First, want to apologize for the hiatus I've been on. I don't know. I'm just doing off-season training now, high volume work, and I'm already weak, so now it's gonna be even lighter stuff. So I was like, why even show it? Who gives a fuck? But honestly, it's kind of a good thing because I slightly want to transition this, not channel into more like informative stuff, but like more topic-based stuff instead of just random vlogs of me being weak. So with that being said, long out introduction. Why lifting with a belt is bullshit. I first want to preface this with I do still lift beltless. Like out of my 12 compound movements in the week, let's say I do one of them beltless, but that's how little I do it. Okay, now let me tell you why. And I'm not gonna put a whole science behind this. I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible to understand, because that's my goal. Because by no means do I have the credibility or the accolades to try to convince people, because I've not gone to school for stuff like this or whatnot. I've just done my own research and listened to other people, and that's where I get it from. But using a logic-based, intuitive kind of form of this, I'm gonna tell you why it's bullshit. In the simplest way possible, this is why lifting beltless is bullshit. The whole argument is that it works your core more. Yeah? Oh, you have to lift beltless, it works your core more. No. The only reason you should lift beltless is if you don't know how to use your belt properly. So to just learn the technique of breathing through your stomach and bracing like that, that's the only time you should lift beltless. But the second you get that down, which probably shouldn't take long, and you can still like have one beltless session out of, but the majority should be belted, honestly. The whole argument you work your abs more when you're beltless, that's bullshit. There are studies that show that you work your abs more with a belt, and it's so simple to understand. Look at it. So this is me pushing against nothing. Look how much force it takes for me to move forward. It's fucking no force, alright? Now, let's come over here. Here's this. So before I was pushing forward, it takes nothing to fall forward. Now let me try to push as hard as I can to fall forward against this. Oh, would you look at that? So much more force was used, and it didn't move. So I'm saying when you use a belt, since you have something there, a wall, you're pushing as hard as you can, and you're not moving forward. But when you don't have a belt, you can't push as hard as you can because you have nothing pushing back against you. It's simple. Newton's fucking laws of physics. You push against something equal and opposite force. So if you have something pushing against you with a certain amount of force, aka a belt, you're gonna push just as hard. But if you don't have a belt, if you have nothing pushing against you, you're gonna push as hard as you can, but it's not gonna be as much. So simple. Wear a belt, you can push more. Not to mention there's also the other idea that when you push with a belt, see, without a belt, my stomach goes out here. If I had a belt, I'd push like this. So you're pushing more force in less surface area, it's more concentrated, therefore stronger. Those are two arguments, but the main one, just think, if someone tells you, you should lift beltless, it'll work your abs more, just show them this, be like, look, this is beltless, and then when you have a wall there, you can't go past it, belted. Simple, that's the video. I'm probably gonna try to do more videos like this where I just fucking go off on my little rant because I'm a pissed off human being, and just keep it simple, logic based. Like, there is science behind it, but I'm not gonna like bring up articles and talk about every little muscle working and why it's scientifically whatever. I'm just gonna talk like this because this is the best way I know how to communicate, and so I'm gonna use that to try to help you guys. So learn the information in the simplest way possible. Wear a fucking belt. Unless you have trouble already bracing, then that's one thing. Like, you know, you should probably like learn how to brace, but most of you probably do. So wear a fucking belt. Simple. Peace.